Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 iPhone wallpapers in terms of profitability. How much money did they make? I'm going to be going over the numbers, the images. I'm actually going to be showing you images that are the exact same prompts. I don't want to show the exact same images because then I'll just have people reverse searching and then finding my actual account, which is a no-go for me. I don't want, to deal with copycats, but I'll be sharing with you the images, the prompts, the same images that have the same prompts, essentially. The numbers, how I ranked them, where I sold them, and how I tagged them. Okay, so I'll be kind of going over these things. The first thing is we're going to go over the numbers. How much money did I actually make off of these? So I have 5 different wallpapers. These are my top 5. This video took a while to compile because I had to go through every single one. I had to figure out how many it sold in the stats, things like that. So it wasn't that easy. But it took a while to kind of compile. All of these images were, to give you a landscape of when these images were created, they were created about 2 months before I created the course. So if you're familiar with the course, for all the people who joined the course, I created it about 2 months before. And one of the tools that I had created for me, I was testing it before I ever even released the course. And I used that tool to find certain kinds of data that would actually help me get more downloads for this, which is why I'm actually sharing this information, is that it was kind of dramatic, as you could see, the different sales. So the top 5, obviously, one of them was at $57.33. One of them was at $55.62. One of them, which was an image, at $96.54. And then another one at $128.76. And then finally the largest one, which was at $279.52, which is actually really good, in my opinion. To put things into consideration, I don't know how many downloads. It was a lot, like a lot of downloads. But when you log into your Adobe stock account, which will take me to the next slide, when you log into your Adobe stock account, you can check stats for like images that were different, profitable and how many earnings it created over time. And so it took me a long time to just sift through the numbers because I have all kinds of different images, not just wallpapers that I sell, all kinds, and so it did take a while. But anyways, part of the reason why I even had this idea to make this video is because what I tend to do, and this is kind of a good habit of mine, is I find things that make me money and I just do more of it. So in terms of the wallpapers that I created, I have, obviously the AI accounts that created those images. I literally go back to those prompts and recreate more of them. So like I said, a couple months before I published the course, I was testing out different software tools, trying out different things, obviously before I mentioned it to anyone, testing out different things, and certain things were more successful than others, and certain images were better than others. With that being said, the images that I sold, none of them were sold on my wallpaper apps. So on my iPhone wallpaper apps, Android wallpaper apps, none of them sold on the apps. And what I mean by that is the money that you're seeing here, excuse me, I almost had a hiccup there. The money that you're seeing here has nothing to do with the apps. I know people have watched my 2 app videos in the members area on how I create wallpaper apps and how I actually make money doing that. It's not easy. It takes a lot of time to kind of get into that, but essentially the money that was accounted for was only on Adobe stock. And for those who are curious, who want to go out there and make their own wallpapers, go ahead, have fun. It's a ratio size of 9:16, so it's a perfect ratio size. There's a lot of people who are looking for that certain ratio size, and they'll either do a Google search or they'll search on certain stock photography sites for that ratio size, and it does come up sometimes, and different images come up that they might want to purchase or download in this case. So definitely, if you want to try it out, give it a shot. You can't really lose doing stuff like this. But anyways, now let's kind of get into what the images actually were. I will show you, like I said, how I got the tagging set up, how I did all this kind of stuff, but let me show you how, not how, but what the images actually are. Okay, so this is not in a specific order. It's not like number one made, you know what I mean? I'm going to let you kind of guess in just a second, but I'll kind of drag it to the left here. Okay, so this is the first one. Okay, give you guys a little bit of a cliffhanger, not a cliffhanger, but you guys know what I mean. This is the first image, just some fire, some trees. Okay, second image here. Now you have to guess what's more profitable than the other. I'm just curious to see what you guys are going to say. Okay, let's call this number one, number two. Okay, number three. All right. You can see number three. Clearly, you got some cliffs, some trees, some blue, amazing ocean water. Seems like Mediterranean. And then here, some clouds, sunset, clearly on the ocean. And then finally, the last one, which is like these sparkles, or I guess you can call them sparkles. But anyways, I want you to guess essentially which one was the most profitable, which one is the least. You could even rank them. You could write it in the comments. You could tell me later, whatever you want to do. But essentially, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm not saying that this one made $57. That's not what I'm saying, right? There are 5 of them. They made this amount each. But which one is which? Well, I'm about to show you that right now. But take a good look, real quick. Take a good look. Let me zoom in. Okay, take a good look. Now, once again, these are not the exact same images. The exact same images I'm not going to put here because I don't want people reverse searching, finding my actual account. I do not want to have copycats. Just not into it. Okay, but these are the exact same prompts used to create those images. So essentially, you're seeing images here that basically the same prompt copied, recreated to show this. So it's going to compile the same image. It's just going to look, it's going to have a little bit difference in styles, things like that. But the characteristics are exactly the same. It's the only way that I could actually show this kind of stuff while protecting my account. I hope you guys appreciate that. But anyways, let's go ahead and now go into how much they actually made and how much each one actually made. So I have all the images here, and here I have essentially the amounts that are hidden. So let me kind of show. This ranked number 4. So the fourth amount that it generated, which was here, this is the fourth lowest, not this one, but essentially I believe it was this one. It was this price. So when I say fourth, I mean fourth lowest in terms of income. So which one generated more income, which one generated less income? This generated the fourth lowest out of 5. So spot number 4, okay, which is a total of, let's see here. The lowest number is this one. So the $57.33 that this one created. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to the right. This one is third place. So third place, let me go ahead and scroll up again. We have 57, 55, 96. So this one generated $96.54. So not too bad, right? Literally just off of one image. And you got to think about it, how much return on investment I'm getting. I'm paying for softwares. I'm paying for different tools. I'm paying for, different AI image generator tools. Some pan out and they do really well. Some don't because I'm testing new ones. So essentially, these are the type of images which are awesome because I get a higher return on profit and I can kind of reuse them. Now, I know there are people online who made tens of thousands of dollars off of images. Obviously, I didn't get to that level yet because these images haven't been around for that long. I mean, let's face it, right? Let's see, number 2. So this was the second most profitable image. Personally, looking at all these images, I had thought this one was going to be very profitable because it just seems like something that a lot of people would put on their iPhone wallpaper. I thought it was going to be like, one of the best, and it did turn out very, very good. Yes, spot number 2, which spot number 2 is over $100. It was $128.76, but very close gap. I wouldn't say very close, but 30-something dollars between these two is pretty decent. So between these two right here, $30-something in revenue. And then let's go ahead and go here, and this was the worst. Yep, this was the absolute worst in terms of sales, which comes out to $55.62. And then finally, for the big one, you guys can see it, is this one with the sparkles. If you guessed the one with the sparkles and the lights and all that kind of stuff, if you guessed that this one would be the most profitable, pretty cool. I mean, good for you, right? $279.52, which once again is a little bit insane to think about. But when you're generating, let's just say 4 to 6 to 3 sales a day on a certain image, it adds up over time. This is why a lot of people say, oh, it's not worth it for me to just upload images on stock photography sites. Well, yeah, it's not worth it if you're getting if you're uploading very slowly, you're not really pushing the limit, you're not automating. These are things that will slow you down, but you could generate a lot more income over time, especially if the images are generating profits. And listen, you might create some amazing images that for some reason don't get many downloads, but at the end of the day, you have the opportunity with every image you upload to do really well over time. Okay, and that's really what this is. This is a quantity game and a time game. You want to give it as much time as possible, and if you can, I know not everybody can sit there and work all day and have automation tools and things like that, but if you can, try to do as much work as you can. All right, so now you guys know the images and their profitability. Now let me share with you a little bit more details around how they were made. So how is the tagging done? What did I specifically look for? Here is a video of the tool that I was using, okay? I'll just kind of let that play in the background, but this is the tool that is built into our course. So if you're a member of the course and you still didn't use this tool, go ahead and get it, all right? Inside the software, or inside the course, you'll see a segment or a menu button that says something like softwares or something like that. The word escapes me at the moment, but something related to software. There you'll find like different discounts for softwares, but this software specifically comes free with the course, and this is it right here. So this is it. I get to search keywords, and then it will show me the competition. It will show me in a chart format and in a written format. So it makes things a little bit easier. I can upload lists of like 10, 20 keywords and compare and see kind of like, which ones are the best, which ones aren't. For these, I did go for low competition keywords. So like I said, about 2 months before the course was even created, I was testing different things. I'm not going to sit here and say low competition works all the time, because in my course, I specifically stated that, a lot of people shouldn't focus on niche until you've created like over 15,000 images. A lot of the people who are beginners, they're so hyper focused on niche, but at the same time, beginners really should focus on quantity before they focus on niche. They should focus on getting tools to help with quantity. They should focus on creating systems and plans to focus on quantity. They really shouldn't be focused on niches at that point. However, with everything that we were doing, I was testing different low competition keywords, and some of them panned out. There were other wallpapers that I created that I added low competition keywords for that didn't pan out and didn't create any sales. So it's not a zero-sum game. It's not binary. It's not 1 or 0. It's not it's not all or nothing. It's just because there's so much competition and there's so much opportunity for the viewer. It's really circumstantial. There's no hard line to fully say these type of keywords work over these types, or this niche works over this. It's so much detail to it. But essentially, I use this tool here to provide for me the different keywords that are kind of not provide for me, but find the competition levels. And I used the stock scanner tool along with the stock bubbler tool. A lot of people, may or may not have heard me talk about the stock bubbler tool. You could literally go into my YouTube channel. It's a video from many, many, many months back. I mean, way before the course even existed. I was using the stock bubbler tool and finding these low competition keywords. It would recommend me other keywords that are kind of related, and that kind of helped out a lot. But essentially, for this tool, some of you have seen me use it, some of you haven't. Essentially, it works like this. I'll just grab like a screenshot, let's say, of something like this, and then I'll go over here. I'll hit choose file, okay, or I'll just take the file and drag it right here. Okay, and then I'll hit analyze image. Let's just move this out of the way right here. Okay, that was my mistake. I'll do that again. So just grab the screenshot. All right, go to the image, hit choose file, drag and drop this in there. Provide for me a list of different keywords that I could actually use that kind of relate that I wouldn't necessarily think of. Like, for example, the keyword bokeh. There's a lot of people who would think of it. I personally wouldn't. I'm not good with, essentially finding the right words mentally. I have a lot going on in my head already, but it's too much for me to handle personally, just finding the right keywords, entering them. And I pointed out in my last video how, sometimes you can have a really good image, but it can really get low amount of sales because the right keywords aren't used at the right time. And like I said, I can focus and perform well on certain tasks, but finding the perfect keywords every single time is very, very hard for me to naturally kind of do. So I just use AI to help me kind of do that, and that tool that you guys saw earlier. So that's kind of what I get into. All right, so basically, now you guys kind of can see here. Are you surprised? This is my question to you, are you surprised by any kind of results here? Like I said, this video took a really long time to kind of put together. I had to find the images on my computer. I had to take the prompts, and then I had to recreate the prompts, and then I had to post them here on here. I had to figure out how much each image made, different things like that. If you guys want me to do this for other categories, not just like iPhone type images or wallpaper type images, but images that are related to, like, for example, icons. I upload a lot of icons. I upload a lot of pictures of portraits of people, vectors, pictures of food, different things like that. If you guys want to see me do this for other kind of niches, let me know. I'm definitely into it. I could even compare niches, like what are more profitable than others. What's more let me have proper English. What's more profitable than others? So yeah, you guys let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. All the links will be in the description to the course, anything like that. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you soon. All right, peace out. Bye.